Welcome back to World of Warcraft. We're playing on the hardcore anniversary realm named Soulseeker. Starting the episode in Ungoro Crater. Tried recording a video the day before. Unfortunately, there were some bizarre server issues. I was disconnected twice in a very short period of time. Decided it was really not worth the risk of dying. I think it's pretty stable right now. Played for about 20 minutes and had no issues. So we're going to head out. I did make some progress with a few quests. Still need plenty of items, plenty of kills. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever come close to even completing some here. We have quests from Ratchet, we have obviously the Marshall Refuge. There is one from one goblin in Tanaris. I'm pretty sure it's the Sticky Tar quest, in fact. Plus whatever else we can pick up. There is a gnome, I believe, near the hot springs. Hold on, this is Crackle. Maybe it's not a gnome. That's not a gnomish name. Mighty annoying enemies, these lords. They can disarm you, they have some pretty obnoxious debuffs. We can avoid them. You cannot interrupt these, though. Learned this the hard way. You could interrupt the entangling roots. I'm not sure if it's worth it. And of course they have a heal over time too, because why wouldn't they? We miss the overpower. One lurker here is level 52. Let's go after them instead. I do have bandages, I have a stack of food. Well, almost a full stack. So we should be fine here. Worst case scenario, we can simply go to a different location. And we're disarmed. I figure that since we have to reach Winter Spring at some point, we might use that opportunity to grind some experience and reputation with the Furbolgs in Fellwood. And we even picked up a quest from Feralus to go after the wildlife. So we do have plenty of options. The problem is fighting these enemies, as you can see. It takes time, it's still quite dangerous. Even though our gear is pretty stellar at this point. Most of it is dungeon equipment. We have the rolls that we need. Even some endgame items. We have the Rune of the Guard Captain, the Blackstone Ring. Left that one with 14 hit points. Looted a scale here. There is a flare. These are going to cast entangling roots too, I believe. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different enemy. Level 53 Elemental. And look at that, the entire map is filled with quest icons. The only exception are probably the marshlands to the southeast. There is a quest. That has to be the quest from the Torrent. Maybe we can pick that up too. Still, I definitely feel these last 3 or 4 levels are best enjoyed in dungeons as a warrior. Questing alone is pretty miserable. And this one is becoming a lot more apparent as I try different characters. I'm currently leveling a druid. And I'm, I think, level 34 at this point. And I even started a mage. The questing, night and day. The difference in solo questing. And tanking is not that bad as a bear too. The mage is still not high enough to see how a single DPS is going to do in dungeons. Maybe finding groups is going to be hard. Rageheart Chasm was not difficult, but it's not really a good point of reference. We'll see how we are going to fare in higher levels. Here we go, we are entangled. We can execute this one and move on. There we go. Maybe one more Sunder. You need to step away for this effect. Unless you have a way to stun the enemy, stop them from casting it. Interrupts are not going to work though. Or at least Pummel. Pummel does not. Even when you hit, it does not interrupt the actual cast. Maybe it's not a spell, who knows. That has to be a paladin. That was a class mount. I think we looted an herb too. Plenty of fish to eat. 15 in fact. Is that a white parrot? Surprised the dinosaurs are not going after them. Hey, one more human. Or is that the paladin? Could be. Can see them casting. Hold on. Aren't they somewhat low for this? I'm not sure what happened to the paladin. Never expected to see one with that little health. We'll eat some of the food. Oh, hold on. This is level 15 mushrooms. And of course some cave mold. The amount of silver that these drop is pretty good, honestly. Between 4 and 6 each one. Could be an interesting way to make some money. Looted a Heart of the Wild. Now we have 2. Unfortunately, I tried selling these on the auction house. I don't believe you can sell them for more than the vendor price. Why is the name of that enemy just flashing here? That doesn't make sense. Plenty of tar beasts to fight. I don't see the paladin. There is a young dinosaur back there. Somewhat curious about the various dungeons we can do. I've had enough of Sunken Temple, I believe. Even though I only run it 3 times. I felt that the experience was not that high, plus it took quite some time to clear everything. And that is if you ignore the lower level of the temple. If you want to complete the statue puzzle and do a full quest run, I'm not even sure if 2 hours are enough. The final bosses are fun though. There we go. Did not drop a scale for us. There is a sludge wandering around. And it's hostile too. As these types of enemies tend to be. Wait, we cannot attack which target? Let's move on. Level 49 enemy. Someone's been after these. We have a stone guardian moving around. Let's do our best not to provoke these. They have almost 10,000 health. It's not that bad, but still. Maybe as a hunter or a warlock you can go after these. I wonder if they have any interesting drops. Haven't seen that many people engaging them. So I'm going to assume it's either very specific or not worth using. Not worth going after. Plus, if we defeat a couple more enemies and we gain a level, we have the option of getting a group together for Blackrock depths. I remember there were plenty of quests that you can do that were around level 50 to 55. Obviously you'll not aim to complete the entire dungeon, but that is perfectly fine. That city is enormous. Should probably look at the database, see how much experience we get from these quests. They are probably classified as elite dungeon quests, which means the experience is going to be significantly higher. There has to be a few involving the fire elementals. One is wandering around outside Blackrock depths, and what is the follow-up? It's probably something inside the dungeon itself. Oh, that is a thresher. Different types of enemies are scattered all over the crater, which means focusing on a single quest is not very easy. I suppose the ones around the pits, the tar pits, are an exception. Can continue fighting plants for now. They offer about 400 experience, including the rested bonus. Yeah, respectable. Hey, we looted some spirit claws. So what are these? For all the shaman? Well, no. A shaman at level 45 is going to need some mail equipment. Maybe for the balanced druids out there. Of course, I say this, but we haven't run into a single one. Who knows, maybe I will end up vendoring these. And it's not spell damage either. We'll do nothing for Starfire, because that is arcane damage. probably better off selling this to a vendor. We'll check the auction house, but I will be somewhat surprised if they sell for more than a gold piece. They have 0 stamina too. So they made camp here. Maybe we can find some supplies. What is this icon? Crate of food. Go, we looted one of these scales that we need for one of the goblins. I believe that is a quest about a prototype flying machine. Who knows, maybe that goblin was the original inventor behind the Burning Crusade engineering mounts? What were they called? Flying machines, gyrocopters. They look pretty nice. You were essentially piloting a flying machine yourself. Somewhat different, well, it looked different than every single other mount. I don't believe it was faster though. So we're making progress here. Can see a crystal. I'm not going to bother with these. I know that there are certain items that you can get by visiting the pylons. No idea which ones though. You need specific combinations, and I'm not sure how powerful the items are. We have our hands full at the moment. Plus, I am considering trying to get a group for quests in Blackrock Depths. So I think I'm going to try and accomplish as much as I can in Ungoro for half an hour or so, and then we can move on. Can always return here. The experience is not that high. Found a mithril deposit. We can probably get a scale or two here. Wouldn't mind finding some thorium either. Pretty sure both normal and rich veins can spawn around here. And speaking of the richer veins, is our skill high enough? I guess we're going to find out when we run into one of these. We've been questing around the marshlands and the tar pits. I don't think you're going to find ore there. Probably best if you either try the plume ridge, the fire plume ridge, or maybe run in circles. Stay close to the mountains. A blunderbuss of agility. You know what? I bet I can sell this gun. We can vendor for a gold 50. Obviously, a hunter is not going to be crazy about a gun like this. They care about the actual damage. Now, a rogue or a warrior, that is a different story. You don't have that many options to get agility or any other stat for that matter. Definitely not at level 43. Managed to find one scale in this entire plateau. So let's try further south. We can examine one of the pylons too. We don't need to go after the plants. These are the marshlands. Now that is a normal thorium vein. Single thorium ore. Let's hope for some stones too. 2 stones. So now we know where the eastern one is. We have to go south and we have to go west. Let's pass by that guardian. This one is level 61. Plenty of colored crystals everywhere. Was scale number 3. Unfortunately, no mithril for us. There's a blue crystal, there is a green crystal. Red next to us. Let's refresh the battle shout and... there's the occasional overpower. So we're doing good. We can wait for our health to regen. Have to figure out where we have to head next. We could go south and try to inspect the pylon. And we do have the hive too. Ideally, I want to complete a quest or two before we do anything else. So let's go across these marshlands. Expected to find a few more dinosaurs. Let's whistle for our mount here. I can see a boar. Where is the hunter? Look at that, it's a Nork. Plenty of dinosaurs everywhere, and these are going to growl, reducing strength and agility. To keep moving south. So these are Ravasaurs, there's a hunter back there. Some normal ones, level 48. The Slithering Scar, plus... we have to figure out exactly where the pylon is. Not a single dinosaur in this plateau. Maybe they were killed recently. Or maybe someone was around here trying to mine. Somewhat strange that we haven't run into any thorium around here. Or... I guess mithril can spawn here too. Not very common though. Can't see anything here either. I'm going to resist heading inside the hive. Plenty of quests, but I want to focus on the other ones. This is the Terror Run. So only a single pterodax here. You can see a wasp and a few more insects. There's a worker. Something else was flying back there too. Hey, look at that. We found some mithril. Well, these are elites too. They have about 7,000 health. You can just pick up these bones. A level 54 dinosaur. I suppose these are as good as any. This will be the first quest that we managed to complete here. Can say I feel safe with all these elites. So this one is frenzied and significantly higher than the others, which means it's going to be somewhat tough to kill. And we have to go after 15 of these. At least we did level up. Plus we're making progress with the scales. Currently level 57. I don't see anything we want around here. So we found a troll, they have an owl pit. We need to make some quest progress ourselves. Let's go ahead and pull this one. Discovered the hot springs, and we have a plateau right next to us. Look at that, nobody cleaned up this place. I believe this is our chance. Look at that, plenty of enemies further inside too. Something I'm definitely wondering is, are we not supposed to find any ore here? So far, other than the mithril, only run into a single thorium vein, and it was not a rich one. Can decide if the pouring rain is a good thing. Can definitely hear it. Who is this? Just another paladin. This is a different paladin. 7 out of 8. Doing good. We only need 5 more frenzied ones. I should say 4 after this one. And then we can continue running clockwise. Need to make sure I don't forget the pilot here. These quests are going to offer experience and do not exactly demand a lot. All we have to do is inspect it. I was wondering if there was an enemy here. Just a red crystal. Let's see what else we have around here. There is something in the distance. These are hot springs, so we're not going to run into any tar beasts around here. How about this plateau? Not gonna find anything else here. So we can move further north. It is a mountain silver sage. Found this completely by chance. Normally you can track these on your map if you have herbalism, which I do recommend, especially on the Soulseeker realm. I believe I've made more money selling herbs with the druid that I'm currently leveling than everything I've done with the warrior, with engineering and mining. And the druid is 34 or 35. So quite the stark difference. I don't even want to imagine how expensive endgame consumables are going to be at this point. To give you an example, with herbs, a single wild steel bloom is going to sell for 20 to 25 silver. Grave moss, I think, sells for just as much. Live fruit is very expensive. The thistle is also expensive. So let's see, is this the final one? We have enough bones, we have enough of the scales that we need from both dinosaur types. So yeah, we're definitely done. I realized that we need some equipment for the expedition. That is on the other side of the hot springs. Simone the Inconspicuous. And we have a Tyrant Devil Sword. So Simone is apparently a demon. Which is probably why the Devil Sword does not care about the troll at all. I'm pretty sure these are going to attack you on sight. So let's see, are we going to find some more mithril underwater? Somebody else is here too. Is that a dwarf? Just a few more elite dinosaurs to dodge. So what are we going to find in this camp? Boxes of research equipment. Perfect. Maybe we can pay a visit to the elementals in the Fire Ridge. I'm not sure how tough they are. Just to have an idea for the future episodes. Okay, this is a Living Blaze. Level 54 elemental. Has a lot of health too. So let me guess, we are taking pure fire damage. So fighting these is not going to be pleasant. Our normal defenses are not going to help us here. But you know what? I bet people are trying to farm these for either Hearts of Fire or maybe some essences. Come to think of it, I bet Ringo is around here somewhere. That must be the dwarf from before. Oh, there's an elf here too. So Ringo is right here, inside the cave. He just passed out. We have to lead him back to the Marcel's refuge. We can use the canteen to revive him. I remember this part. You just pour some cold water on him. Now, where exactly is the quest item? Right here. Okay. Now we have easier access to it. Can we descend this way? Look at that. Yet another hunter. Thankfully, Ringo is still with us. Completing the quest with the elementals is going to take some time. And it's not that late. Don't even want to imagine what will happen here in the afternoon or evening. Did they faint? No, they did not. I don't feel safe stepping too close to the Guardian here. Somewhat surprised by the little amount of violence that has occurred while we're doing this escort. It appears that our goblin friend is not even going to raise a finger to help us. You know what would be really funny? If Ringo was actually putting some effort into helping you, and you could just lead him all the way around the crater. So he can help you complete quests. Now that would have been fun, and somewhat unique too. He chose an interesting place to stand. Just underneath the Tar Lord there. I guess enemies are going to ignore the goblin, because we're higher level than them. And they aggro to us instead. Let's get away. Oh no, he is going to help. Will not make much of a difference though. I suppose Ringo was never meant to be fighting, not built for combat. You can see the slope leading up to the refuge. Managed to disarm us just as we finish it off with execute. There we go. Just a short walk from here. Let's hope he's not going to faint on us again. I think it's the human on the hill that is summoning these blood petals. This is why the dwarf that we picked up one of the quests was upset. Level 54 shaman. Where is Spraggle? No, she's right here. I'm sure these two have a lot to discuss. We're gonna let them catch up.
Glad I could help.
So roll the bones. We can pick up a leather belt or some cloth boots. We do not need either of these.
Right back.
Plus there's a gnome at the back of the cave that is interested in the pylon quests. Oh, but we haven't found all of these. Okay, so never mind. We can come back here later too.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
We can hand Willen here the foodstuffs and the equipment.
See you later. Have a good one.
Potential customer.
Can repair, we can vendor some items. We don't need... You really don't need all these. The Hearts of the Wild I can't really sell. The boots I should sell.
Keep it real.
And yeah, I want to keep the gun and try and sell it. 6 points of agility, level 43. Sounds good to me, especially for rogues.
No. Be good. Safe travels.
Marvin's workshop. Rivet Seeker. So Larian is not interested in speaking to the human Muijin. Okay. The workshop that the dwarf mentioned in Tanneris, this is the workshop of the goblin that sent us to the Sunken Temple originally.
Time is money, friend.
So we have a shield with 1 point of stamina, completely useless. Cloth, we can't really use any of these.
Right back.
Level 59 priest. Almost there.
Interesting. Time is money, friend.
We have played leggings with 15 points of stamina, 1% chance to dodge, the treetop leggings. I wonder who came up with that name. And a clay ridge helmet. Level 52 warlock. Alright, so what are we going to select here? We can sell the helmet for almost a gold and a half. Yeah, this is good enough for me.
Good.
Talk to me.
In fact, we can go ahead and sell these. We have a quest item here. The ashes from the elementals. The gloves that I'm 99% certain we're going to end up vendoring. Out of all the bind on equip world drops, this is what we got.
Glad I could help.
We'll be fine though. As long as we're surviving, I'm going to just consider it all a success. Do we need arrows? No.
Safe travels.
So we're fine to head out again. I'm going to end the episode here, though. Not really sure if I want to continue questing in Ungoro. Maybe I can see if we can go into Blackrock Depths to do some of the quests. I need a break anyway. So hopefully I'll see you in the next part.